Revelation of the Neopians. Paa TARAQ, the way. Paa Munzal Nadjar, Amun Ptah Djedi. The planet Earth is women. Paa Nabab Yaanuwn, Master of Heaven and Earth, known to us as H.E. Malachi Z K York L, born Tuesday, June 26, 1945, still living. The revelations to the Neopians, Paa TARAQ, the way. The planet Earth is women. Verse 1. Likum, my beloved Neopians. This concerns mortals' conception and the human beast conception in olden times during the struggle on Ptah, the earth. 2. Once there was a human beast, a grafted devil, mortal beast, diseased and sick, spotted and covered with fur all over like his breeders. Paa like a canoe, like cans, homo canines called Kalabo and Caleb, Hebrew Strong's number 3611, meaning to yelp or else to attack dog. 3. In Arabic, on page 119 of the Alias Arabic English Dictionary, you will see Kalbun, Kulab for dog, 4. Many even were born not attached to their mother by a cord and with tails, while others were born tailless. 5. Many walked on all fours and ate raw flesh of animals and mortals, being the offspring of Rabau, giants, and Karabo, cherubim, or Igigi. 200 of the 300 were cast down to Ptah, earth, for their rape of human women. 6. The beasts of the fields they roamed and killed, wicked in their very nature. 7. And in those days, many mortal women called feminine were tempted by the strength and wildness of this homo canine, human simian full of muscles and muscular bodies. 8. They were called masculine, and Paa Nadjar looked on at these interactions sexually between the feminine and the masculine. 9. And they birthed a kind of mankind, man's kind, man's kin. 10. They roamed the caves, being called cavemen, the hillsides with goats, hillbillies, and many climbed up into trees at night, homo simian. 11. They could not speak until 6,000 years ago. 12. Dwelling in the forest and up in the mountains. 13. Therefore, Paa Nadjar were wrathful against the mortal women who laid with the beast men. 14. She lost her divine powers and insight because hers was the responsibility to reject the human beast with and without. 15. That she might bring forth children of black skin, clean and unspotted, with coiled wabar hair, as theirs, unlike the beast of the earth's fur. 16. Her offspring was to be able to walk in rays of the sun without fear. 17. Her offspring was to be able to see in the shadow hours when the rays of the sun are elsewhere. 18. The children of Paa Paa Afaf, Paa were given speak 54,000 years ago. 19. Instead, she mixed with the beast, and their children could not walk in the rays of the sun for fear of death by it, the living dead carcass, dead flesh. 20. And because of the mixture by Nin Korsak, mother Ninti. 21. Her new breed tried to speak yet had a lisp, could not articulate words or pronounce words, which resulted in dialects of the original language, Newapik. 22. It became tongues, cleft tongues, or split tongues, so each group mispronounced words which began from Newapik to Hebrew, Arabic, Amharic, and on and on. 23. They can't see well in daylight hours, for their eyes are void of true dark colors of the iris to attract the energy of the sun as solar panels. 24. Their skin is transparent and repels the rays of the sun's energy. It dries, peels, and rots. Verse 25. They as mukhfasu, bat persons, vampires, or wamaphu, vampire walk in the shadows. Pa kharadu afaf tananu, the children of Draconians. 26. And because of this weakness that was done, there are among you those who are the children of the beast, and they are a different kind of Sayyid man. 27. They are human beings, and those beings human. They are human beings, and those being human. 28. They are cursed and punished with the disease of leprosy, and have mixed their DNA with all other Salalu races on the planet Earth. Put evil is all Salalu races genes. 29. Even black devils, and they will act according to their inner nature, regardless as to what they look like on the outside. 30. Instead of them, the beast and deities strive to decide whether they shall take their ancestors, the Lawitananu Draconians, place among Farat demons that live in both the physical world and spiritual world. 31. Many struggle daily with beasts inside, their days being encompassed with strife and turmoil, sickness and disease. 32. Easily tempted to do wickedness, hard to lead to the right way, woo no up. 33. Most don't know why they so easily accept spookism, beliefs, lies over truth and facts, blind faith, or seeing fate. 34. Many have no Ba soul, only Ka spirit, as Kakasu Caucasides. 35. They must be reborn or born again, renewed, or they fade with the beast. 36. So the women's mitochondrial DNA brings forth children with suffering, and because they are frail in soul, their sexual mate rules them. 37. They lost their divinity as a mother deity. 38. Males are conceived in the Raham womb of females. 39. She brings him forth to life. 40. Therefore, when Paa Nazdaru raised Nagaru Negroids up above all other Salalu races, and from Behemoth, Hebrew Strong's number 984, could not speak. "41. He was mute and could only howl. 42. The beast man whose time has come to go, they, the Caucasoids, will be removed from Ptah, planet Earth. 43. Nagaru Negroids were born of Paa Nazdaru. They hear and endowed you with immortal soul, 9 ether, unlike Bahamut, the human beast. 44. You were given speech 54,000 years ago in Afaf Rayeka, Africa. 45. And led you only to the portals of this realm. 46. And Paa Nazdaru made guardians of the gateways to be born Nutagenda. 47. To know and keep the way to the portals. Paa Nabab Yaanuwn, the gateway vortex, or Babilu in Sumerian, which means the door to Nanar, their god Baal. This doorway is now the southeast gate. They have all the monotheistic religions facing the east when they pray, not knowing they have redirected their energy to a demon. Verse 48. The truth is, the entrances of the gates have shifted with the reshifting of the 23-degree axis of the planet. 49. So what was once the east gates has now shifted in the position of the southeast gate. 50. This southeast gate is where those who have passed from this life will be able to pass back to this world or physical realm, those including disembodied spirits. 51. These specters or demons are waiting to pass back into this world through this gate for their own purposes and can torture the spirit passing on who has not made that connection with their Salafu ancestors, for then they are without guidance. 52. The spirit being must have made contact with their Salafu ancestors while here on Ptah, earth, because it is they who will guide you as you pass through the gates after you have made your transition from this world to the next. 53. They will protect you and fight for you. 54. However, what was the northeast gate or our axis has also shifted. 54. However, what was the northeast gates or our exist has also shifted. 55. So it is very important to connect with your family, and we must have everything and everyone in place before these gateways are reopened, are opened. 56. The gatekeepers, also referred to as Nashat, hermaphrodites, and Nashu, hermaphrodites. Verse 56, the gatekeepers, also referred to as Nashtatu, hermaphrodites, and Nashu, hermaphrodites. Verse 57, the original unison beings who vibrate twice as powerful as non-neuter gender, male and female, or XX and XY to XYX and YXY, the deities. 58. This is what females as women should not forget. She is unlike all other living creatures and the trustee of a divine mission in her very physical body as the monthly shapeshifter. 59. For a woman not only gives life to a mortal being, she also bears a spark of divinity in her to Ptah, earth, and there can be no greater responsibility. 60. And many unknowingly gave up this divine right by mixing their body fluids with children of the beast in black skin. 61. They slept and exchanged their fluids, and in doing so lost their virginity and divinity. 62. Then became used, going from man to man, male to male, and some even with man's kind. 63. They must be cleaned inside out and outside in. 64. In order to regain their divinity and powers. 65. The eye that oversees earthly things is ever watchful and knows who did not know better or best. 66. The right eye that sees spiritual things is true. 67. Then because of the things that happened, the great right eye of Re that saw truth was closed, and henceforth women walked in falsity. 68. Unable to perceive truth, women fell from grace and saw only that which deceived them, lust and luster. 69. And so it was to be until their awakening. 70. Not knowing Paa Nazdaru, men and women worshipped Kau, spirits, Tarafu, ghosts, specters, and nature. Some looked at the actual sun in the Paa Patat, the sky, as a deity over the earth called earth spirits. 71. Because they seemed to provide and supply their needs. 72. Paa Nazdaru were not displeased, for such is the nature of children when they fear the unknown. 73. They created unseen deities, monsters to depend on with no help at all. 74. For 6,000 years you worship what or who you know, not what spookism or spirits of others dead. 75. For 6,000 years your eyes have been closed in a sleep like Paa Nabab, the spell of sleep, a spell of ignorance. 76. As children you have to relearn your way, the way. 77. And when no longer children, you must put aside childish things. 78. Not having blinded you with the 6,000-year spell, Paa Nazdaru's wrathfulness is not upon you unless you ignore your true birthright as Newapians. 79. You could not see these things until one was sent down to warn you. Paa Munzal Nadjar Z K York Amun Nabab Yaanuwn Ptah, the omniversal being at the center of existence. You look on him, yet you could not see him. You listened to him, yet could not hear him. You touched him, yet could not feel him. You asked for him, yet could not feel him. Yet he is never displeased with your blindness, for you were blinded to protect your Baha soul. Know that Paa Nazdaru is above all else. Overstand, Newapian children, the face of a good father is stern and hard on you at times, yet my heart is ruled by compassion for you all. Verse 88. My children walk in Paa Nabab, the words actual facts. '89. My daughters stand up again in uprightness. Their feet do not wander, nor are they willful and wayward. 91. Knowing that mortal man is of the rich, pure, Khamat, black, and of earth, as the congealed blood drop of life. 92. And the rays of the sun did bake his skin black, and his spirit was first in blackness before the chaos of light's whiteness. 93. In the days of conception, the soul of Paa Nazdaru impregnated the female receptive being.